Hello guys, welcome back to my video today, and this is Mr. Francis What If here, and this is What If Deku was the Ghost Rider, Part 4. So, we last left off of Izuku carrying Eri at home, so let's begin the What If, so hit it! Well, All Might was walking in his small Might form towards UA High. Around a week ago, he had agreed over the text with Nezu to join the UA staffs and teach at the school, in which Nezu requested that they meet up in his office, and talks All Might has now reached Nezu's office. The Small Might said, "You wanted to talk to Nezu." Listen, I did come sit down with you, like a cup of tea. Well, All Might said, sit down and grabs a cup of tea, because it's the principal offer. You, you tea, you don't refuse. All Might, so why did you want to have this talk? I wanted to know what made you change your mind to being a teacher. All Might said, I just want to help and make kids happier, and for them to achieve their dream. Well, Nasu says, it sounds to me you did something, and now you want to do some good on reconciles of or cup with it. All Might, it is my God. Do what? I knew he would figure it out sooner or later. I may as well tell him and get it off my chest. He's sure to find out a way. Anyway, would you mind telling me what is you did or didn't do? All Might sigh. I saved a green hair. I saved a green haired kid in the name of Izuku Midoriya from a smile monster. Afterwards, he thanked me and looked and acted like a big fan. It went crazy when I signed his notebook. Was getting ready to jump to drop up the villains when he asked me a question. It is possible to be a hero even if I'm quirkless. Nezu, Yagi, what did you say to the boy? He say in a more aggressive tone that All Might has ever heard him use, and he used his first name. Well, Nezu said, Yagi, lenses over desk. What did you say? I told him no. Nezu, why did you tell him no? I was trying to protect him. Some villains are too strong to handle without a quirk. Well, Nezu, what else did you tell him? All Might said, I told him if you want to be a hero, you can be a police officer or a firefighter. And that some villains just need quirk to stop. You have to be more realistic. Nezu says, Yagi, the boy was probably bullied throughout out of his entire school life. He was like all the other quirkless people that treated like a dirt. You were probably that last bit hope he had left when you made your anybody can be a hero speech, and but made your body can't be a hero speech, but its own line. If only you probably broke down to the last bit of hope and trust he has in himself. And a hero's that quirkless suicide rate is almost doubled the suicide rate of people with quirks. Yeah, Toshinori, you need to find the kid and tell him that he can be a hero and say you're sorry. All Might has some tears in his eyes, and some start to look up to Nezu. Nezu's mind. Why is he crying? What happened? I better ask him it a bit more. All Might says, after I dropped the villain, I went to look for him. And Nezu said, did you find him? As I was jumping around, I saw a police officer sitting up perimeter via a school near where I saved the kid and went down to the checkout. Tears starting to fall from All Might's eyes. And Nezu said, why are you crying? What happened? I seen a police woman and asked her what happened to and sobbed and cries. What happened? Said Nezu. All Might said, she said the kid with the green hair jumped up the school building is in critical condition. Nezu says, what? Did you go to the hospital and check on him? Nezu says, All Might said, I went to the hospital and went in to see the doctor and the nurse running around frantically. And I asked if Izuku and Eri is here and said that they are looking for his body and they can't find it. Did you say the body is dead? All Might said, yes, he is dead, and it most likely my fault. Ned said, you can't put this all on yourself. A lot has probably happened in that boy's life. You are not the only one reason. As Nezu finished talking to Sir Night-Eye, and Tatsuki Namas burst into the room. Sir Night-Eye somehow destroyed the Yakuza headquarters and killed everyone inside. When did this happen? How many? Said Nezu. Tishokauchi yesterday, and around 134 people, including Overhaul and his head members. Nezu says, did you look the security cameras and see what this person looks like? Tatsukichi, we seen him drive up to the base and enter the cameras and were destroyed when he got too close to them. All Might said, how did they destroy the cameras? By getting near them. All Might. Sir Night-Eye said, we think it was have something to do with the quirk appearance. Nezu says, how would this appearance affect this? Sir Night-Eye said, Nezu, it may have to do with a fact that he is on fire and he was apparently hot enough to melt around cameras, around a whole block around the base just by being close to them. So, Nezu said, what did he look like? Other than he was on fire. Tatsuki says, one of the cameras caught a glimpse of man as he was riding towards the base, but was melted before we could see him drive off. Well, Nezu said, you said the road is somewhat. Was it? Tatsuki, just let me show you the picture. If we'll explain it. Tatsukichi takes out his phone and holds it out to Nezu, and a small Might clicks photos and a picture is put on screen. All Might said, what the hell is that thing? Nezu says, what kind of quirk is that? Sir Night-Eye said, we haven't seen a quirk like that before. And it doesn't show on any records anywhere. Well, this is troublesome. Any else? Sir Night-Eye says, My agency and I have been doing a lot of research when Yakuza and found that they are making a quirk erasing bullet. And All Might said, how is that possible and how did they make it? Sir Night said, they make a bullet with the blood and tissue of a young girl. He say his face is darkened when serious the scissorness. And Nezu says, did they try to the bullet on the man? Sir Night went to think, so certain like a bullet, but was recovered, but it looks more like a melted bottle bubble, and after being shot at a man, Nezu says, and what happened to the girl? Do you know? We don't know. She was nowhere to be seen in the mess of the old base. Nezu said, do you think that? Yes, we have a reason to believe that thing has taken the girl. All Might and Nezu face now have a look of shock and horror as Takusa continues speaking. All we can do is hope that she is okay. Izuku pulls up on a bike with Eri on it, on the back. He gets up to the bike and picks up Eri, who instantly clings to his chest, mumbling soft, thank you. Then Izuku yells, Lucifer! What? Lucifer walks around corner with his head down at the phone and not looking at Izuku. How did it go? Lucifer looks up to stop and dead in track, looking at Eri. Izuku said, now, Lucifer, I can explain. Oh my gee, she is cute. Oh my gee, look at that. Look at her. Where did you get this bumble cuteness on? Oh no, she is scared. Why is she scared? Whisper speak. With such speed and excitement, what is that Izuku can hardly understand him. Izuku says, slow down, I will explain. Whisper relaxes slightly, but can control his excitement, which he does not get enough of. Okay, Lucifer, said Izuku. This is Eri. She was the one I was sensing. Who's hurt her? Who's hurt her? Lucifer said. Lucifer growls while letting off a extreme killer aurora sure bring death destruction. Izuku said, don't worry, I already killed them all. She is safe now, for now. Izuku say, as he looks down to Eri and Lucifer, Aurora disappears almost immediately and turns back to normal as Aurora and walks toward Izuku. Eri leans closer to Eri and say, I will make sure that they burn in hell for that they have done to you. Eri pulls her face out Izuku's jacket and looks at Lucifer and with teary eyes, and then looks at Izuku. Eri said, thank you, you're my hero. Izuku and Lucifer looks at each other, then they smile. Then Lucifer envelops Izuku and Eri in a big group. A huge whisper in Eri's ear. It's okay. You're with us now. We will keep you safe. Nobody will ever hurt you. Again, I promise. Eri then attempted her hug and Izuku and Lucifer and start to cry. Izuku and Lucifer, you're family now. So this is going to be the end, guys. Sorry for this short story because this is just I have a headache. So sorry. So like and subscribe if you want more of my videos and leave a notification if you don't want to miss any video that I made. So goodbye.